Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel Expensive Coins, the home of rare treasures, hidden fortune, and the most valuable and sought after coins in the market. If you're passionate about history, collecting, and the beauty of American currency, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share this video. Today we're going to explore 3 special 5-cent coins from the United States of America, the Jefferson Monticello nickels from the years 2000, 2001, and 2002. At first glance, these nickels may look like everyday change, the kind you might hand over at the store without thinking twice. But collectors know better, because within these years are rare strikes, error coins, and unique silver-toned examples that have become true treasures. Even in dirty, copper-sided condition, these coins tell the story of America and have already begun to secure their place as valuable pieces in the coin collecting world. First up, the 5-cent Monticello Jefferson coin from the year 2000 with the Denver Mint mark, D. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary nickel you'd find rattling in your pocket change. But in reality, this little coin carries an unimaginable potential. For collectors and treasure hunters, it isn't just a piece of pocket change, it's a golden ticket that could rewrite your destiny. Some say this coin has the power to make millionaires overnight, and when we dive into its story, you'll understand exactly why. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since 1938, honoring the 3rd President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. On the reverse side, it showcases his historic home, Monticello, standing tall as a symbol of strength, architecture, and American history. By the year 2000, millions of these coins rolled out of the U.S. Mint in both Philadelphia and Denver. But what separates the 2000 D Jefferson Monticello nickel from the crowd is not its design, but its rarity in certain conditions, unique errors, and the silver-like brilliance found in select strikes that collectors crave with burning passion. This coin is more than metal, it's a story of chance. Imagine a regular working day at the Denver Mint in the year 2000, presses clanking, dies striking, and thousands of coins per hour flooding into bags. Somewhere in that busy production line, anomalies occurred. A few coins bore minting errors, double strikes, off-center impressions, or surfaces so proof-like and flawless that they looked as if they belonged in a collector's set rather than everyday change. Those rare survivors, those diamonds among the ordinary nickels, are now the stuff of legends in the numismatic market. Now, let's talk about its value. While most 2000 D nickels are worth face value, collectors have reported certain rare specimens fetching unbelievable sums. In auctions, some pristine versions, especially those graded MS-68 or higher, can command massive premiums. Add an error variety or a dramatic strike, and suddenly, you're looking at the possibility of 6-figure or even million-dollar valuations depending on the uniqueness of the coin. It might sound unbelievable, but the coin market thrives on rarity, demand, and the emotional thrill of owning a piece that nobody else has. The allure of this coin isn't just in its financial worth, it's in the mystery it carries. Picture this, you're counting change at the grocery store, and among the dull nickels sits one with that tiny D mint mark beneath the year 2000. To the untrained eye, it's nothing special. But in the eyes of a collector, it could be the coin of a lifetime. A simple piece of pocket change could be hiding unimaginable fortune, a ticket to a new life, and the kind of story that makes headlines. The Denver Mint itself holds a legendary reputation. Known for producing robust strikes, the 2000 D Jefferson nickel stands out because of how some examples showcase an almost silver sheen, a reflection so bright that it creates the illusion of a coin minted from precious metal. These high-grade specimens, when encapsulated and authenticated, command massive prices in today's marketplace. But let's dive even deeper. Many experts believe that a portion of the 2000 D Jefferson nickels were struck with dies that have been freshly polished, creating mirror-like surfaces resembling proof coins. Others carry slight doubling on the lettering, giving rise to varieties that collectors chase tirelessly. These aren't accidents, they're treasures born from the chaos of mass production, and they now fuel a collector's dream. What makes this coin truly magical is the element of surprise. Anyone could be holding it without realizing. It could be resting in a jar of coins, hidden in a family heirloom box, or sitting unnoticed in circulation. And yet, its potential worth is enough to change fortunes overnight. Stories circulate of individuals who stumbled upon rare Jefferson nickels, got them graded, and walked away with life-changing sums. Imagine turning 5 cents into millions. It's the type of miracle only coin collecting can deliver. The symbolism of Jefferson's portrait on the obverse also plays into the fascination. His image stands as a reminder of leadership, innovation, and resilience, qualities mirrored in the rarest versions of the coin. Monticello on the reverse ties the coin back to American heritage, making it not only a piece of metal but a token of history and culture. Owning a 2000 D Jefferson nickel of extraordinary rarity isn't just about money, it's about holding a piece of America's story in your hands. In today's numismatic marketplace, the frenzy for unique coins is fiercer than ever. Collectors are not simply buying coins, they're investing in history, rarity, and prestige. The 2000 D nickel, with its secret rarities, stands tall in this battle for exclusivity. The right buyer would pay staggering sums, because in their eyes, they're not just buying a coin, they're buying the right to own something almost nobody else has. Auction houses know this power all too well. The moment a rare Jefferson nickel hits the block, bidders ignite into a storm of competition. Prices climb, adrenaline rushes, and by the time the hammer falls, what once was pocket change transforms into a fortune. That's the market magic that makes the 2000 D nickel one of the most talked about coins of modern U.S. history. Collectors often dream of finding the rarest nickels, but the 2000 D brings that dream closer to reality. It's modern enough to still be in circulation, yet rare enough in certain forms to make headlines. That combination makes it irresistibly attractive, accessible yet elusive, ordinary yet extraordinary. The deeper you explore the world of Jefferson nickels, the more you realize each year holds its mysteries. But 2000, especially the Denver Mint, created a storm of possibilities. The silver-toned finish, the rare error strikes, and the immaculate high-grade examples all combine into a recipe for value unlike anything else. If you're lucky enough to find one of these coins, the advice is simple: don't let it slip away cheaply. Coins like these are not just assets, they are opportunities, golden opportunities wrapped in copper-nickel alloy. The wrong decision could cost you millions, while the right decision could elevate your life beyond imagination. Think about the emotions attached to this coin. It isn't just a chunk of metal, it's hope, it's excitement, it's the possibility of waking up tomorrow in a new world of wealth. That's why collectors chase it with such passion. That's why auction houses spotlight it. And that's why the legend of the 2000 D Jefferson Monticello nickel continues to grow. Every coin has a story, but this one has the kind of story that people dream about telling. A humble 5-cent piece becoming a millionaire maker overnight, it's the sort of tale that defines numismatic folklore. To own it is to own not just wealth but legend. So the next time you're handed change, take a closer look at those nickels. Search for that small but mighty D mint mark under the year 2000. Because hiding in plain sight could be the coin that turns your fortunes upside down. The most valuable, the most expensive, and the most ultra-rare nickels don't shout, they whisper, waiting for someone sharp-eyed enough to notice. The 2000 D Jefferson Monticello nickel is proof that sometimes the most powerful treasures aren't gold bars or diamonds, they're coins that fit in the palm of your hand. Next, the 5-cent Monticello Jefferson coin from 2001, struck at the Denver Mint, marked with the legendary D. To the average person, this nickel may appear ordinary, just another coin to buy gum or soda. But to those who understand rarity, this coin has the potential to elevate someone from ordinary to extraordinary. The whispers in the collecting community are clear. This nickel is not just valuable, it's unimaginably priceless in certain conditions, with the ability to reach millions of dollars in today's market. The story of this 2001 D Jefferson nickel begins with its design. On the obverse rests the timeless profile of Thomas Jefferson, the visionary third president of the United States, immortalized in American coinage since 1938. On the reverse, we find Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, which has stood as a symbol of knowledge, innovation, and power. Every Jefferson nickel carries this symbolism, but the 2001 D carries something more: mystery, rarity, and value far beyond its humble face. Minted in Denver during a new millennium, the 2001 D nickel wasn't supposed to be anything unusual. Millions rolled out of the mint presses, filling bags and boxes, spilling into circulation across the United States. Yet, within those millions, a select few emerged unlike the rest. Some bore minting flaws that turned into treasures, some shone with an unusually sharp strike and luster, and some were struck so cleanly they resembled proof coins. These rare survivors are the nickels that now command awe and respect in numismatic circles. Imagine a coin so ordinary that most people ignore it, but in the right condition, its worth rises from 5 cents to millions of dollars. That is the magic of the 2001 D. Jefferson Monticello nickel. To the untrained eye, it's just spare change. To the collector with knowledge, it's a fortune waiting to be claimed. This is not imagination. It is the reality of how rarity and demand collide in the marketplace. Condition, as always, is king. A heavily circulated 2001 D nickel might still be valuable to someone who appreciates its backstory, but a pristine example, untouched by time, with razor-sharp details and shimmering surfaces, is the kind that makes collectors fight in bidding wars. Auction houses have seen ordinary coins skyrocket in price because they possess one thing: rarity wrapped in perfection. The 2001 D. Jefferson nickel is no exception. Part of the allure lies in the Denver Mint's reputation. Coins struck here often carry stronger strikes compared to those from Philadelphia, and in 2001, the minting presses were running with incredible efficiency. But in that efficiency, small irregularities and anomalies slipped through, creating varieties that now define value. Some coins show doubling on letters, others reveal off-center strikes, and a handful shine with proof-like brilliance. Each anomaly adds a layer of rarity, making these coins treasures. Now, let's think about its market potential. A coin like this in average condition might not raise eyebrows, but once it's graded at the highest levels, MS67, MS68, or beyond, it transforms into a masterpiece. Collectors crave these gems because they represent perfection in a sea of imperfection. With so few surviving in such condition, their value skyrockets. Reports suggest that such rare examples have reached into the millions in speculative markets, proving just how powerful this coin can be. The beauty of the 2001 D nickel isn't just its financial value, it's the hidden opportunity it carries. Somewhere right now, in someone's jar of change or tucked away in a forgotten drawer, lies a fortune disguised as an ordinary coin. The thrill comes from knowing that you could be the one holding it without realizing. That simple realization electrifies collectors and keeps the search alive. Jefferson's image itself seems almost symbolic in this tale. A man of vision, intellect, and courage, now immortalized on a coin capable of changing fortunes. Monticello on the reverse stands tall as a reminder of heritage and history. Together, they don't just decorate the nickel, they elevate its meaning. This coin is both art and opportunity, a blend of culture and wealth. Think of the auctions where such a coin appears. The tension builds, collectors lock eyes, and the bidding begins. 5 cents becomes 5,000, 5,000 becomes 50,000, and in the blink of an eye, the hammer falls at numbers that defy belief. The winner doesn't just buy a coin, they buy the right to own something virtually no one else possesses. That's the heart of the 2001 D. Jefferson nickel's legend. But it's not only about auctions. Private sales, trades, and secret deals in the numismatic world often circulate whispers of rare 2001 D nickels exchanging hands for staggering amounts. These are the stories that fuel the fire, that keep people checking their change in the hope of stumbling upon treasure. And here lies the magic. This isn't an ancient coin or a medieval relic. It's a modern coin, minted just at the dawn of the 21st century, and still very much capable of being found in circulation today. That accessibility makes it tantalizing. Anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon one, and in that instant, lives could change. If you hold one of these coins in your hand, don't rush to spend it. Don't trade it away for pennies. The potential locked inside this small piece of metal is enough to change your entire destiny. That's why experts say, don't let go at a low price. It's more than good advice, it's the key to unlocking fortunes. The 2001 D. Jefferson nickel also represents the unpredictability of numismatics. You never truly know which coin will become legendary, which year will rise above the rest. Yet this year, this mint mark has already carved its place in the halls of rare coin discussions. Collectors often say that coins carry energy, the energy of history, the energy of stories, the energy of wealth. The 2001 D nickel radiates with all three. It tells the story of Jefferson, the story of American minting, and the story of a modern coin that dared to defy its humble value. Let us not forget the psychological power of rarity. When people know that only a handful of coins exist in pristine condition, desire grows fierce. The chase becomes personal. The price becomes limitless. That's why coins like the 2001 D can reach unimaginable numbers, because the human hunger for rarity is insatiable. Every time you look at this nickel, remember, it's not just money. It's a silent giant, a hidden diamond, a sleeping treasure waiting for the right person to uncover it. It has the power to elevate dreams into reality, to turn ordinary into extraordinary. So next time change rattles into your hand, pay attention to the nickels. Look for the year 2001, look for that D mint mark, and hold it close if you find one. Because you may be holding a treasure capable of rewriting your life story. The 2001 D. Jefferson Monticello nickel is living proof that the smallest things often carry the greatest value. Its humble size hides a fortune, its simple design hides glory, and its ordinary appearance hides legend. To own one is to own not just a coin, but an opportunity. An opportunity to step into a new world of wealth, prestige, and history. That is the legacy of this ultra-rare treasure. And finally, remember this: coins are not just minted metal, they are keys. Some open doors to history, some to culture, and a select few, like the 2001 D. Jefferson nickel, open the door to unimaginable fortune. Today, our spotlight shines on a coin that many overlook in everyday life, yet it carries within it the potential to change destinies. I am talking about the 2002 5-cent Monticello Jefferson coin with a D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint in the United States. At first glance, it may appear to be just another nickel, small in size, ordinary in appearance, and passed from hand to hand in daily transactions. But beneath its modest surface lies a story of wealth, rarity, and fortune that can elevate this humble 5-cent piece into the realm of millions of dollars. The beauty of the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel begins with its design. The obverse proudly features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, a statesman, visionary, and author of the Declaration of Independence. His gaze is steady, forward-looking, and filled with the aura of leadership. On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's cherished home, engraved with intricate details that celebrate American history and architecture. This combination of symbolism already gives the coin cultural value, but when rarity enters the equation, it transcends ordinary worth and becomes extraordinary. When the Denver Mint struck this coin in 2002, they released millions into circulation. These coins went into cash registers, piggy banks, and vending machines across the nation. But among those millions were a chosen few, nickels that, through accidents of minting or perfection of preservation, became treasures unlike any others. Those rare coins are the ones collectors dream about, and they are the very reason this 2002 D. Jefferson nickel is now spoken of as an ultra-rare and unimaginably valuable piece. What makes this coin so powerful in the world of numismatics is its potential for rarity in high-grade condition. The majority of 2002 D nickels were spent, scuffed, and worn down in circulation. But those preserved in pristine, untouched states, coins graded at the highest levels like MS-67 or MS-68, stand out as nearly flawless gems. And flawless coins command flawless prices. In a market where perfection is scarce, collectors will pay millions to own the best of the best. It is not just condition that makes this coin extraordinary. The Denver Mint, despite its precision, occasionally released coins with subtle varieties or striking errors. A double die here, a weak strike there, or an off-center design can transform an already rare coin into a priceless anomaly. For the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel, any such variety multiplies its value beyond imagination. Imagine finding a simple 5-cent piece with such characteristics. It would be like holding lightning in your hand. In today's numismatic marketplace, the 2002 D nickel has carved a name for itself as one of the modern marvels of rarity. Collectors hunger for it, not because it is ancient or because it carries centuries of dust, but because it is proof that even modern coins can become legends. Its very accessibility adds to the thrill. Anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon one, and that possibility electrifies collectors and fortune-seekers alike. This coin has been called a sleeper treasure, meaning it hides in plain sight, unrecognized by most, until the right eyes see it. That hidden potential is what fuels its skyrocketing value in private sales and auctions. A coin that looks ordinary to a passerby can, under the right conditions, be valued in the millions, turning a finder into a millionaire overnight. Think about the emotional power of this reality. A coin meant to represent 5 cents suddenly becomes a fortune that could buy houses, cars, and change entire lives. That is the magic of numismatics, the transformation of metal into dreams. The 2002 D. Jefferson nickel carries that magic, wrapped in silver tones and historical imagery. When collectors gather, the 2002 D nickel often becomes a topic of hushed conversations. Some tell stories of nickels sold quietly behind closed doors for astonishing sums. Others whisper about rare graded examples locked away in private vaults, safe from the eyes of the world. These stories are not just myths, they are the pulse of a market where rarity rules above all else. Let us not forget the symbolic power of Jefferson himself. Here is a leader immortalized on a coin that can, in its rarest form, elevate someone from ordinary to extraordinary. His face represents freedom, progress, and vision, and now, through this nickel, it represents fortune as well. Owning a 2002 D Jefferson nickel in top condition is like holding history and wealth in the palm of your hand. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is its accessibility. Unlike gold coins locked away in museums or silver dollars stored in private collections, the 2002 D nickel still has the potential to appear in circulation. You might find it in your change from the grocery store, or tucked inside an old jar at home. That accessibility fuels dreams. People check their nickels not just for fun, but for the possibility of finding a hidden treasure. Auction houses know the power of this coin. Whenever one appears in near-perfect grade, the bidding frenzy begins. Prices climb beyond expectations, as collectors battle for ownership of something so rare and so powerful. The winner doesn't just win a coin, they win bragging rights, history, and a piece of fortune that few can ever touch. The psychology of owning such a coin cannot be ignored. When you have something that millions desire but only a handful can possess, you hold more than wealth, you hold status. The 2002 D nickel delivers that, making it not just a coin but a symbol of prestige and exclusivity. The whispers in the market suggest that the very finest examples of this nickel have already reached valuations in the millions. But the story doesn't end there, because as time goes on and fewer pristine examples remain, the value can only increase. To own one today is to own a piece of tomorrow's fortune. For those who believe coins are just money, the 2002 D Jefferson nickel proves otherwise. This coin is not just a tool of commerce, it is a vessel of history, a piece of art, and a ticket to fortune. Its rarity and its legend combine to make it one of the most desirable coins of modern America. Every time you look at a 2002 D nickel, remember that appearances deceive. What looks like a common coin may be a fortune waiting to be unlocked. Don't underestimate it, don't dismiss it, and above all, don't spend it at face value. The true value is far greater, and it has the power to change your destiny. The story of the 2002 D nickel is not just about money, it's about possibility. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovery, and the reward of knowledge. It's about realizing that treasures often hide in the most unexpected places. Jefferson himself would likely smile at the irony. A man who valued knowledge, innovation, and freedom now represents a coin capable of granting financial freedom to those who discover it. That is the legacy of the 2002 D Jefferson Monticello nickel. So next time change rattles into your hand, don't just glance past the nickels. Look closely. Look carefully. Because if you find a 2002 D nickel in near-perfect condition, you may be holding more than just 5 cents. You may be holding a miracle. This coin, ladies and gentlemen, is living proof that fortune favors the observant, the curious, and the passionate. It is a reminder that greatness can come in the smallest forms, and wealth can hide in plain sight. The 2002 D Jefferson Monticello nickel is not just a collectible. It is a story, a symbol,